Hello, Good Time Gal listeners. This is your host, Caitlin Peluffo. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week's episode is an oldie but a goodie. It's with my good friend, Emily Winter. She is a delight. She's a fantastic comic and writer. She writes for NPR's Ask Me Another. She's written for TV Land, Glamour, The New Yorker, New York Times. She's insane. She's so funny. She's great. And this was actually recorded a while ago, another year maybe ago. So it's a little out of date, but still the conversation was so much fun. I wanted to include it. So please enjoy this outdated, fun, silly hour of me talking to a good friend. If you want to follow her, she is at Emily MC Winter on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to follow the pod, at Good Time Gal Pod, that would be awesome on Instagram. And I am at Caitlin Peluffo on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything, you name it. Please give that a follow, and please rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. If you leave a review, we grow and more people find us, and that is a delight. That would be a dream come true. So my dreams are in your hands, people. But mostly just thank you so much for tuning in, and please enjoy. Oh, good.
And I have a producing podcast, and Bingo's usually jumping on someone.
You jumping on somebody? Yeah, you're a sweet pup. You got a lot of love.
Bingo likes drinking. Did
Yeah?
you know? Yeah.
No.
Our upstairs neighbors own a bar, and she will go to the bar and knock beers over until and make a puddle and then drink it up.
Are you serious?
She loves drinking.
She's Zambonis?
Yeah.
That's great.
She when we go to the bar around the corner, she just looks at me like I have a treat, but she knows I don't, and I'll dip my fingers in my whiskey and then she'll drink it.
That is so funny.
Oh,
Girl,
Bingo.
you landed
Bingo's
in
a
the
big
right
drinker.
home. Good for you. Oh, that is so. How long have you had Bingo now?
We got Bingo in July. My boyfriend and I did a comedy tour called No Pup Till Brooklyn, and we went out on the road for a couple weeks, and then we were like, when we get back, we're going to get a dog. So then we met Bingo.
Then you met Bingo.
The biggest drinking dog in Brooklyn.
I love that. She's a sweetheart. Oh, that's funny. So you're a whiskey drinker?
Yes, I love whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm whiskey and gin.
Gin?
Yeah.
Curveball.
Right. I think my mom did not stop smoking cigarettes, Newports, or drinking when she was pregnant with me in the 80s. So
Wow.
I think that I call gin womb juice. I think that's just what I was raised on.
I like that.
She didn't
Womb juice.
breastfeed, but she did she did liquor me up in there. So I love a gin calms my nerves like a good martini calms my nerves like nothing else. I fucking love that.
That's so
But
funny.
I can't have. I mean, I've seen this thing. You shouldn't have more martinis than you have boobs, which I just think is funny. But even two,
Does a belly count as a boob? Because
the
technically
way
a belly
mine's
button is a nipple.
Oh God, it's the biggest boob I have.
Yeah, it's my pride and joy.
Ah.
It's the only one still perky. That was silly.
No, I love it. Do you don't like gin?
No, it tastes like pine salt to me.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Also
pine
what
salt.
I like. Did you do cough syrup and shit when you were in high school?
Did I? No. I
A
was
lot of us didn't
very
have-
straight-laced in high school.
You didn't drink?
No, didn't drink, didn't smoke. Didn't. One time I snuck out to make out with a boy and got caught immediately. I was grounded for the entire summer.
Where were you at your house?
No, we went to Shelter Creek, and then it was an apartment complex down the street. And
it wasn't Makeout Creek. It was I'm literally Sheltered Creek.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. It's literally called Shelter Creek, and all the cool kids live there. And they had a activity room. And so we were we're going to go hang out with Irina, and we're going to go to this. And then we went to a party, and I just made out with Hector
and
in the bushes.
How did your parents found out?
We were supposed to get picked up at 11 o'clock, but we were over at this house party, and we just didn't come back. And then we had one of the guys that we snuck out with, his mom, try and drive us back, and she was like, safety first, and just took her sweet time getting us back.
Oh my God.
It's not her fault, obviously.
Yeah.
She's being a good mom, and I'm like, fuck this lady. But yeah, it was It was a learning experience, and then I never did it again until college, and then I really made up for lost time.
But you were drinking that night, the Hector night?
No,
No, just
No,
making out.
just making out. That's like I just wanted someone to touch my boobs. That was it. All 3 of them. Yeah.
Honestly, if some guy was like, "Can I rub your belly?" I'd be like, "Yes," and it's not cheating.
No, I don't think it is. You can rub my belly if you scratch my back too.
Yeah.
Okay. Get both sides. Flip me over.
Wait, but you're whiskey.
I'm
You drink-
whiskey.
yeah.
Oh yeah, whiskey and beer and wine. Give me some red wine.
Yeah,
and-
wine's good. Bingo, don't chew that.
What's he chewing? You got my headphones?
The headphones.
They're the cheap ones. They came with the packet. You can chew those.
Excuse me. I love wine too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're from Wisconsin.
I'm from Chicago, but I went to school in Wisconsin. And then I
okay.
worked there at a Wisconsin newspaper after college, and I love Wisconsin, and I don't care about Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, my family's there, and I guess, I care about them, but I think I learned my best habits in Wisconsin, like eating fried cheese and drinking all the things. Yeah. My friend in college, she's actually a friend from high school, but we went to college together, and she moved to New York. She had a beer bong that went she lived on the top floor of her house. I think it was like the 3rd floor. And we would go out her window. There was like a little balcony, and like she had a beer bong that went from there to the ground. So you'd go out the front door and then do that. That was like, can you handle Beth's beer bong?
Are you serious?
Yes. And yes, I could handle it.
How many beers was that?
1 million. I don't know, actually. Probably like 3.
3? You shotgun 3 beers.
Yeah, dude. I used to. But okay, my stomach got weaker in my, the older I got, and but I used to. I think I had like a, oh god, I had like a 40-something second keg stand in college.
Wow.
I would do vodka pulls, man.
What are vodka pulls?
You just fucking stand on a picnic table and drink vodka.
What a nice name for that.
There's
Sounds like a white trash martini.
Oh my god, totally. And they were always like plastic bottle vodkas because you have to be able to hold it with one hand. You can't hold a glass bottle of that. Also, like, I didn't even know they made alcohol in glass bottles when I was in college. So
oh my
I
god.
thought everything came in bags, like Franzia,
Oh my god. You classy bitch.
I know. Oh,
That's so funny.
Gross.
Vodka pulls.
yeah. You just do a vodka pull with somebody. Like you get like 2 bottles and then see who could go longer. My god, it's making my stomach hurt thinking of it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm so
it's
impressed.
gross.
I mean,
I think I still associate vodka. Like vodka was what I had in high school too, and like vodka and like Mike's Hard Lemonade. Like
oh yeah.
Oh, they were giving away free Mike's Hard Lemonade at this comedy festival I was at over the weekend.
Wow.
And I'm not really supposed to be drinking, but I was like, because I'm on medication. But I was like, oh, I could have one. But then I was like, I just got my mouth filled up with that throw up taste.
Yes.
And I had this flashback to this time in high school when I barfed Mike's Hard Lemonade all over a shag carpet, and then like there was some guy in a wheelchair, and I like took my top off and was like giving him like a lap dance when I was like 15, and I didn't know how to do it. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing.
That's
I was
so
just like,
funny.
I can't have this Mike's Hard Lemonade. I don't think.
Oh my god. Okay. Whoa. So where to begin? First
it was
off,
in Indiana.
In
that
Indiana.
contextualizes Trashville.
you were 15,
Yeah, I was 16 because I think I
16,
drove
well,
home the next day.
barely legal.
Barely,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. Makes it a little better. 15
Yeah, it does.
Sounds
15
like whoo.
15
16?
is trouble. 16, that's when you're bingo. This is not a toy. Sorry. Okay, she won't even let me have it. Okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
She's like, fine.
She's like, well,
Good girl. Come here.
She's like, it's not like I can't get it. Okay, so 16. Good job. All right.
This is not the story I thought I was going to tell, but this is great.
Drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
Taking your top off for a guy in a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair for sure.
What was he a friend? Was
Don't
he just
know.
a random
So
man?
it was like one of my good friends, the one with the 3-story beer bong. We also went to high school together, and it was her cousin.
sound great.
And her cousin was even wilder than her. Like
Yeah.
her cousin never made it out of town. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And so it was her parents' house, and it was like old like 70s, 80s shag carpet in their house, and like I'm like, And just like when you're a high school girl who like doesn't give a
Mhm.
fuck, you're like a magnet for towny 20-year-old guys
Yes.
that are gross.
Okay. Yes.
So it was like a ton of them, and like one of them was in a wheelchair, and I was like, oh, it's like what's the is there some movie where oh god, there is some movie with like Mandy Moore and oh god, Home Alone guy. Jesus Christ.
Macaulay Culkin.
And Macaulay Culkin
Saint!
Yeah, and he's in a wheelchair and he's so hot. This guy wasn't or whatever, but I think I just like a man that's like I need a little help. And I'm like, here, why don't you look at these tiny 16-year-old mosquito bites? Isn't that going to save your life? No, it won't.
How old was he? Do we know?
I don't know.
20-something?
Probably in his, I would say, early 20s.
Oh
He
my
definitely did
God.
not go to the local high school. I know that.
Okay.
I went to the Catholic school, but still.
You went to it. Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, you got to do bad stuff when you go to Catholic school.
I feel, I didn't go to, I went to CCD and I dreamt about making out with all the boys at CCD because they all went to Catholic.
Funny.
I was really just boy obsessed. I didn't do anything fun. I just wanted to make out with everybody.
Until you made your confirmation at 12. Did you make your confirmation?
I made it at 16.
Oh, I was
16.
like, ooh, you were early on the, yeah.
No, I was
never got
obsessed young.
confirmed.
It's true.
So was I think.
Yeah, I was boy crazy. Still am.
One of the best compliments I ever got, one of my friends was like, I thought that you were guy crazy, but then I realized you're just obsessed with everything. And I was like, oh, thanks. like whatever it is, if it's like comedy or like writing or like whatever I'm doing, like a party planning or like whatever I'm doing at the moment, he's like, then you get obsessed. I'm like, yeah. And so he's like, well, that's kind of good. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You know what? I'd say you're hardworking, huh?
Yeah. And
you're an artist, all right?
And like all of my best work with men has been drunk. And I feel like,
oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that confidence going.
Yeah.
It's when I'm sober, I'm just like, oh, there's no way they're interested. But when I'm drunk, I'm like, you want this.
I'm like, you would, like, it doesn't even occur to me that they have a choice. Like, this sounds so crazy, but I'm just like.
So that wheelchair guy, you brought him there.
I wheeled him to a corner and I was like, you're going to love this.
If
you like sloppy teens.
Oh, and I'll take a pull from this vodka
oh my
bag.
God.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that how you met Chris? Your boy?
I met Chris.
Your beautiful boyfriend?
My beautiful boyfriend. Well, he is a comedian, so we met doing comedy, and I was sort of aware of him before he was aware of me because he was doing comedy longer and he was good and I was bad. So, but then oh, sorry. I'm watching. Okay.
Oh, he's totally fine.
I'm watching you. Okay.
Totally fine.
So I started a show years ago with some friends called Devour Hour, and it was like free food, and it was just like, let's just throw food at people and see if we can fill up a room.
Yeah.
And so he was like, you should do grilled cheese. So then I like booked him on the grilled cheese show, and I made like 75 grilled cheese sandwiches at my apartment, which was like close to the venue. And then because I don't know, I just like sort of liked him or something, and I don't know, it was really weird. Anyway, then nothing happened, and then I was I was like hammered. I wouldn't remember this night if it wasn't significant to me now, but with my friend from South Korea, and we were just like fucking like so drunk at 3 of Cups in the East Village.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, do you like any boys? And I was like, no, they're all dumb. I hate them except this one. And then she was like, just message him. Who cares? Life is short. And I was like, I don't know. He's a comedian. And then I was like, okay, I'll just write something. I'll just write it right now. It'll be really cool. And it was like, hey, hey, can you come to my friend's punk cover band tomorrow? It was so embarrassing. I'm like, this is so lame. And then like, I don't like, thank God my friend's band is good, but like, I don't know. Just, yeah. So he was like, I can't.
What a dick.
But then he was like, let's try to do something some other time. So then on our first date, I had 9 beers and, definitely felt his dick at the train station.
You did not.
He was like, I gotta go, and it's Sunday, and I have to go back to New Jersey, and I'm not drunk. And I was just like making out with him and like trying to get him to come home with me by trying to give him a hard on.
Emily
It's
Winter.
pretty gross.
That's great. Get at it, girl. You knew what you wanted. You went for
I wanted it.
it.
Yeah. So
then the
alcohol helps.
second date. That's when you sealed the deal, or
sexually?
well, sure. Why?
No. Or
I
what?
meant like you guys. This was a
Kissed?
thing. When
Um.
did it become like a thing?
I don't know.
Were you drunk when you were like, oh, what are
Oh
we?
no, it became a thing. Duh. I have a joke about this that I like never. I'm sure you've never seen me do it. I rarely do it because it's so hard to. I don't know. I just don't know if a room is ever gonna like me enough for this joke. But it's So 5 weeks into dating him, his roommate died. And it was like his best friend, and she was a comedian. And so when I went to I had to go get him, and like people were like asking me questions, and like I'm like, okay, the joke is like a cop was like, hey, as the girlfriend of the guy whose roommate died, can I ask you some questions? And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, oh my God, you don't know that this girl is dead? And I'm like, no, wait, no, I know that, but like, did he say girlfriend or girl I'm dating? So it was like sort of after that where it was like like I didn't know, you're just sort of like cruising along.
So the cop made it official.
Yeah, that's how I found out.
So funny.
But it's like me,
so
I get so nervous to tell it.
I mean,
the cool thing is that his roommate was a comedian and was like really ballsy and like would definitely like that joke.
She would bless that joke.
But like I don't know if like some fucking dumbass saddos that are, you know what I mean? Like it's just a hard joke to set up a room for, and I sort of stopped doing it. I don't know.
Oh God, it's so
but that's
funny.
How I found out. Yeah. So that's how it was official. Then I was like, oh yeah, I guess we're okay. Yeah. Sure.
He's like he didn't even realize what he'd done.
Right, exactly. He signed up for something on accident, and I have not let my talons out of him.
Yeah, you held on to him out of grief. His grief was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I was very blackout with my boyfriend. Well, now boyfriend. Well, we worked together at a restaurant.
Is he the one that your joke is about?
Yes.
Oh, thank God you're dating him now.
I know.
I never asked you about that.
Oh yeah, it's real. Yeah, I do this joke all the time. But it's like I got blackout drunk, and this was to be honest, this would be the fourth line cook that I would have sex with at my restaurant. Thank you so much. I literally I've been there for 5 years.
No
I just
wonder
looked
my
down the line.
dog likes your bed so much. It smells like grease.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, he's a very good cook. He came home with fried chicken last night, and it was amazing.
I didn't realize you dated a cook. That is very important, especially when you're. I dated one too, and it is
free food. You're never hungry.
He
you never go hungry. And now he's a bartender too. I drink for free.
Oh,
it's great.
God.
Oh, it's the best. But
we should make a plan to go to the bar after our next Rose Gold or something.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, we should go to Chilo's. Free tacos and well, I shouldn't say free tacos, but free booze.
Not free tacos for you. Okay.
No. Well, I mean, like I don't want to put like Chilo's on blast. Be like, if you go to Chilo's, they'll give you everything for free. No, I put in 5 years and 5 line cooks. So.
Wait, so you guys have been dating for 5 years?
No, we've been dating for 2 now. Okay. But yeah, one night I was just like, it was like the night of a blizzard. And
those are sexy.
Yes, very sexy. We're all trapped. What do we do?
Yeah.
Okay, very cute.
Yeah.
We sit at the bar and drink wine. And I was talking to the owner of the bar, and he was like, okay, well, you want to date someone? Like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I like that one. And I just point at him. Yeah, that one. And then he was like, okay, well, yeah, just have a fun night with him because, my boyfriend's covered in tattoos, was at the time homeless. Like,
oh my God.
He was like, yeah, just have a fling with that one. Just,
That's what the owner said? Like,
that's what the owner said.
Take him, but just for tonight
yeah.
sort of thing? Okay.
And, because Max and I had never talked to each other.
Oh my God,
I
love this.
Never talked to each other at all. Like, we would look at each other and be like, oh.
You guys are both thinking the same thing.
I think apparently. Yeah. Because I was like, he thought, I don't know. Anyway.
He was like, that lady might have a home.
Yeah. His standards were very low. But apparently I got blackout drunk, and I just went up to him and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm really good at this. I can guess your weight by picking you up. He was like, apparently he was like, okay. And so I literally like just like bear hugged him below the ass and
Yeah.
just lifted and then shook him a few
Yeah.
times.
Oh my
Just
God, I love
up and down. I
this.
was like, and I was like, 170. He was just like, it's 190, but that's pretty good. And I was like, I knew it was 190. I just wanted to flatter you. I didn't want to be
Did
rude.
really say all that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
it's a
my
very
God.
true story.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But he did not go home with me that night because I was blackout drunk, and he was
That
not at all.
And he also would. Where would you have gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true. Very true. But then the next night, he waited for me after I got my shift. And then we watched, we looked up Disney porn at the bar for some reason. I was
Okay.
like, did you know that this exists? And he was like, yeah. I'm a guy. And then, yeah, we sealed the deal.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
We had mad sex.
Then did he write you a note?
No.
That
That's a
a
different line cook. Okay. Before my sweetheart.
Oh my God, you date line cooks like most lady comics date other comedians.
I know, right? Oh, I don't do the comedians. I do a man who can work a spatula.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I
very
want.
important.
Oh my God. I don't know what it is. I like the chef whites. I like when they're making stuff. I like them all sweaty. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They're like bad boys of the culinary world. And they're good drinking
Dude,
buddies.
Yeah, they are good, and chefs are fucking mean. So if you
Yes.
like a guy with an edge, yeah,
A knife's edge.
yeah.
I'll see myself out. That's so stupid.
Oh my
God. But yeah. What was it? What chef did you used to date?
He was not. I would not say chef. I would
Okay.
say closer to line cook.
Yeah.
He was from Wisconsin,
Mhm.
and he like his family owned a restaurant there, so he was like
Oh.
working in kitchens in New York, and then got a job at a cheese shop. So like we
Hell yeah.
absolutely weren't right for each other, and like I broke up with a guy who was bringing me free cheese like daily, and like
Yeah.
I was like, get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah.
So like definitely we were a bad
That's
match because
good.
like that's the thing. That is
Yeah.
the thing. Like
Sometimes you stay together just for the cheese.
Just for
but
the
if you can't
cheese.
tolerate that, get
yeah.
out.
And yeah. So but he was really good. Taco Tuesday was good. He was
Ooh.
very good at making food, but he was pretty, and he was also a big drinker, but he was pretty mean when he drank.
Oh, that's not
So
good.
He wasn't fun like us.
Yeah. Not a good time.
Not a good time.
See, this guy, he just wants to cuddle. He's just like, I love you so much.
he's a
You're
cuddle-
so
That's
pretty.
how Chris is too. I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, just keep drinking.
Just
Hello.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to college? Did you go to a drinking college?
Yeah, I went to school in San Diego.
What school?
I went to UC, so we were nerd drinkers. UC San Diego. San Diego State was like the big drinking party school.
Okay.
But we would go to Tijuana a few times.
Whoa, cool.
Well,
What happens there?
they have like clubs. They bus you in. Like they go from school
so
to
they
school,
know what you want.
pick you up, and they drop you off at the
How
border.
long is it?
It's like a 20-minute drive.
Oh my
Like
God,
it's not
okay.
bad at all. And then people like bring drinks onto the bus. You're not supposed to, but
Everyone
did.
does.
And then you get there and you just walk across the border, and there's like 4 or 5 like clubs. We would always go to Club Safari,
Oh my God.
and it was a nightmare. And then one night I got arrested, and it
For
was
what?
like for being drunk in public.
Oh.
Like I came across the border, and they were like, drunk in public, and they handcuffed me, threw me in the back of a van, took me downtown. It was very scary. I never went to I've never been to Mexico since.
Oh my
But-
God, I would have been terrified. So what happened? They just made you pay some money or something?
No, I was very smart. I put all of my stuff. I'm not a purse gal. Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't have. So I put my ID and all my money in my shoe, and I had my ID out in my back pocket to like show to get back across the border. Because literally back then, to get across the border, all you have to say is like, my name is Caitlin Peluffo and I'm an American citizen, and they
Wow.
would let you through. Yeah, and I barely got that out. I was so drunk. I was like, I was kidding. You're a USA. It's very bad. But yeah, got drunk in public, and then I didn't know my social security number.
Oh my God.
I just didn't. I
Yeah.
was so I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
yeah.
And so they couldn't really process me, so they just took me to the drunk tank, and then I didn't have to pay a fine They apparently couldn't get all my information because I was pretty drunk. Woo!
So how long did you sit in the drunk tank?
Just like 5 hours.
That's kind of a long time.
Yeah.
What happened to your friends?
They all had to get back on the bus. Yeah.
So did the bus leave without you?
Yeah.
So what'd you do?
They take you, like, they're literally in processing. They have like a hut there. Apparently it's like, and it was full. I was not alone. There was a ton of kids just being rascals down at the border. Yeah. And definitely handcuffed me, and like they drove you down, and then you sit there, and there's like one little section full of all the women, and then the rest of like the cafeteria is filled with men.
Yeah.
And then they had like 3 guards right in front of the women.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was
That's
terrifying.
scary.
And then we were not making things better. We were like play wrestling and like, look at my tattoos. Like, it was not good.
Oh my God.
But,
so then they just let you go?
Yeah, they were like, okay.
And
bye.
then you just like found another bus?
No, I had to take 3 buses to get home. But the money in my shoe, I was able to pay for the bus. And then I got home and it was Parents' Day.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was swarming with.
Were your parents down?
No, my parents were not down, but prospective students.
Oh God.
Viewing the college with their
A
parents.
bunch of 17-year-olds with hopes and dreams.
Yeah. And their parents being like, oh, this seems like a nice place. And I come in like my halter top and like tight ass jeans, like disheveled. And our dorm was the one that was being displayed and showed.
God.
And I was passed out on the top bunk, just like, don't even look at me. I do not come in here.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Well, Wisconsin's a party school too.
Wisconsin is a party school. My roommates and I, when we were 20, had a house that was really close to all the dorms with all the kids in it. And it was like the first weekend of school, and we were like, let's throw a party. And my boyfriend at the time was like older, so he got us a keg.
Oh, you and the older guys.
Oh, I know.
Ooh.
And so we had this keg in the basement, and we had this box of cups that said Young Irish Fellowship Club of Chicago, because my dad had been president of that, and we had 1 million cups growing up. Every cup was Young Irish Fellowship Club of Chicago. And so we were using these cups instead of solo cups.
Yeah.
And then the cops busted our party, but okay. There's so many details to this, but long story short, they busted our party. They found people all over town with these fucking cups. So then when they came back the next day with all the tickets, it was for every person that had been carrying a cup, and it was like selling to them, procuring to minors, like blah, blah, blah. Like they tracked all these people, and we got $40,000 in fines. So that was what
$40,000?
Yeah. Wait,
did you have to pay it?
So, okay. So So
did you just give them your older boyfriend?
Yeah, no. So
he
actually got a ticket because he was a fucking like conspiracy theorist and like one of those like sort of people that are like, you create your own reality, whatever. So he was like outside. He was outside fighting with a cop, being like, he was on the sidewalk being like, the cop was like, go home. And he was like, you can't tell me what to do. This isn't his. And the cop was like, yes, I can. And he's like, get out of here. And he was like, what is freedom, man? And so they gave him like a ticket. They gave him like a $400 ticket for just being a little douchebag. And like when all this is happening, I was like so I had this dope ass bedroom like up on the top floor, and it was huge, and I had like my drum set up there, and I had old school Nintendo with power pad and everything, and like a couch. It was awesome. And I was just up there playing Dr. Mario, and I was doing really well. So I was like, I'll get down to the party that's happening, but like I have to do this first. And I was like, so anyway, when all this happened, I like go downstairs. My roommates are like shit faced. One of them is like, my daddy is a judge, and he's going to get us out of this. He's a judge in North Carolina. He's not going to do shit. One of them was calling the women cop a cunt, and now she is a nurse with 2 beautiful children. And then one of them, like, they were like, oh, you have to pour the keg out. So she just kept taking pictures from the keg and then pouring it on her face. She's now a mom in Minnesota. So
wait, why was she pouring it?
She was wasted. They were all wasted, and I like got down there and I was sober, and I was like, "What's happening?" They're like, "The cops want to come in." I'm like, "They don't want to party." Like,
yeah. I think Gwen's a stripper.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, "Oh my god." So yeah. So anyway, so we my parents are lawyers in Illinois. That doesn't count in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But my dad did this really nice thing where he would drive up. We had a court date once a month. So he would drive up every month and see, like, sort of like unofficially represent us. And he just his strategy was to get it postponed. This happened in August. So he would just like get it postponed, like the sentencing postponed, like whether we have to pay this stuff so that like, because the town was trying to like make a make an example of us.
Really?
So yeah, so he was like if we just postpone it, they're not gonna make you pay all this once like the story of it has died down.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So he would come up on like a Saturday or Sunday once a month, which was really nice of him, and we'd all get dressed up for court, and we'd go to court, and then we'd all go to brunch. So we did that, and then in March, we finally got our final fines, and mine was the least because I was the only one who wasn't combative with the police, but it was still like 16. Nice I mean, I was sober. I was only sober. It was still like $1,600, and that is like $1,000 billion to it's more than $1,000. It's $1 billion when you're 20. $1,000 billion. So I just so then, and we all had to take an alcohol class where I found out that I was drinking way more than the football team, which was concerning. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, oh no.
Emily.
Yeah.
Emily.
There was like some girl, and she was talking about how she got caught like at a Kenny Chesney concert, and I was like, and she like had 2 drinks. I was like, this girl, get her out of here. And I was like, then there was a bunch of football players, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh no, I'm drinking more than them. Oh God, I'm talking so much. So anyway, my roommates had to do all of this community service, and they, you know, a couple of them took extra jobs, and it was March, and I won an office March Madness pool that covered almost every dollar of it. God. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
And it was just like easy come, easy go. Yeah. Like, yeah. So for me, it's not as
the universe was looking out for you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, now you know not to drink as much as the football team.
Yes, I learned that.
Also, you're really good at Nintendo, so could keep going with that. That's a passion.
But like, you can't, if you put all these college kids in a drinking class together, like, it was kind of like, I was like, oh, I mean, I usually go to the Plaza on Thursdays for their Long Island special, and then the guy was like, oh no, I go to Mad Hatter's on Fridays for their fish bowls, and I was like, wait, they have fish bowls on Fridays? And it was like we were learning where to get that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, so that's probably my big. I mean,
so they wanted to make it an example out of you, like,
because it's a college town, so like usually they bust one party really big in the beginning of the year so that all the local papers like pick it up, and then they're like, and the college papers pick it up, and they're like, don't be like these kids, you'll get $40,000 worth of fines, you know. So they like, go crazy in August and then it was just dumb to like invite. I don't know why we were like, freshmen who are looking for something to do coming off the street. Like, why wouldn't we just, I don't know, have our real friends? I don't know. I guess we wanted to make it like a rager. Yeah. And we had a whole house.
Big party. You got to have people to have a big party.
I guess. Ugh, so dumb.
When they're so young and freshmen, they're making all the mistakes. Like, they're going nuts.
Yeah. And they were just running around with these fucking cups that really got us in trouble. We tried to like raise money for a minute, like between when we knew exactly what we had to pay. Like we all wrote to like our favorite bands. We were like, will you play a benefit concert in our yard? But we didn't even really have a yard. Yeah. I like wrote to the Donnas. Did you ever listen to them?
No.
Oh, it's just like an all girl band. And I was like, will you come play a benefit in my basement for my basement party, please? They were like, no.
You thought that the community would rally around.
I was like, women.
Drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. Oh, yeah.
That's so funny. But that's great. I got
out of it. What?
Winning that pool. That March Madness.
And I feel like it has bonded me to these other girls forever. Like, and I love to see them go off and have these extremely wholesome lives. Yeah. And I'm like, I can remember very vividly you trying to punch a cop.
Oh my God. I want to meet all of these women.
Yeah, one's in Milwaukee, one's in Minnesota, and one is in Fort Greene, and she's a millionaire. So
good for her.
Yeah, she fucking did it right.
So she like got those extra jobs and was like, "Oh, I like this money thing. Let's do that." Yeah. Well, see, it all worked out. Look at these women, powerhouses, huh?
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite
Like your
drink?
favorite, like do you have like a drink that like a cocktail or something?
Oh, a Negroni on the rocks.
Oh, nice.
If I have 3 of those, whoo, oh boy,
Are you the most fun or
the
the
most
least fun? Do you
Well,
like to karaoke when you're drunk?
I have,
Okay.
and I think I'm really good at it, but I forget all the words and then I just start dancing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think I'm the most fun.
yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. If I drink a lot of beer, I won't black out and I'll just be like
Fine.
fast-lipped, very talkative,
Okay.
very quick,
Mhm.
quick-witted. Drink Negroni, I'm just like, and then I'm gone. Like,
What do you like better?
oh, I like the beer one, but I always feel like that gives me a worse headache the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble with beer these days.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
making yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I drink
I
a
get so
light, cheap
tired.
beer. If I
Yeah.
drink an IPA, I have like 3, and then I feel humongous.
Yeah.
You know, it's like eating bread.
Yeah. No,
All the pasta.
it's hard.
What's your favorite drink?
I do like a gin martini with cucumber.
Cucumber?
Yeah, I don't like olives.
No.
I think that's dorkier, but what are you gonna do? I like those cucumber-based gins. I like the Hendrix and the
Oh.
Plymouth. And
I'm a beef eater gal.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've never had beef either. I think ever.
No, I
Yeah.
don't like the juniper of Hendrix.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Juniper.
I don't really like tequila, but I like a spicy tequila cocktail.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking good.
Oh my God,
And like a little
margaritas?
frothy sometimes. Ooh, yeah.
Summertime margaritas.
Yeah.
Like I go to Chilo's and I just like they have this thing called a large marge. Where it's half blended margarita and half Pacifico beer in a pint glass.
Nice. That sounds really good.
It is heaven on earth.
Oh my
Girl,
god.
we're going.
Yeah,
we're
I would
going.
love that. I
We
would
gotta
love that.
go. It's so good because it
Let
doesn't
me
make
just
it's not too sweet.
let me just say, okay, if you can get me home. So I'm on Lexapro right now.
Okay.
I black the fuck out. But if I have a friend who can get me home, that's fine. That's yeah.
Chris can come and make sure that you're okay.
Bingo's trying to eat that moth like a cat.
Get it.
Good girl.
Yeah, I don't want that moth there. So you just destroy it, okay? Oh my
Anyway.
God. Yeah, we'll go to Chilo's as like a celebration after the next
Comedy at Rose Gold, the best new
at Rose-
comedy
yeah,
show.
you guys gotta come. Bushwick,
It's
baby.
great.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited
Yeah,
that we're doing it
monthly
again.
show. I'll plug. Hopefully, I did a good job at the intro, and it was plugged in the beginning.
Oh,
so-
great. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely have to celebrate. Chilo's is a blast.
That sounds
It's a
great.
good time. It's loud.
Do you like Bloody
ruckus.
Marys?
Yes.
Do you know about my Bloody Marathon?
Yes, I was working.
Oh,
I was
you were
making
working
Bloody
this year?
Marys
So every
when-
year I throw I think this was my 8th or 9th or
Mhm.
something, an annual Bloody Marathon in a different neighborhood somewhere in New York. And it's just a bunch of friends and we drink a million Bloody Marys all day and it's the best. So you
That's
got to come
great.
to
Yeah.
the next
I would
Bloody
love to do
Marathon.
that. Can it be a Bloody Mariathon?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Actually, one of our favorite things to do is to just order, like, if there's like 10 people, just order 10 and be like, make one of them a Maria. And then we have to guess, you know?
That's great. Ooh,
And then nobody knows.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. I like a michelada too.
Oh, yeah.
Micheladas
Yeah.
are great. Margaritas I have all the time. Oh, and then there's like at one of my old jobs we used to do like a cucumber mint lemonade
Ooh,
with
that
gin
sounds
or vodka, and it was like
great.
oh,
But that sounds like that would go down very fast.
very fast,
Yeah.
right away. And that restaurant, oh, it's closed now. No surprise because they just like let us have the bar.
Oh, shit.
One of the head chefs was just like, who was like, this owner's a dick. And so we would just stay after hours and just get
Just drink them
just
out of
house and home, and no one said anything. Like he would give us bottles of wine to go home with.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
All
That's like another hour of work, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was, and at that time it was more than like servers in New York were getting paid like $5 an hour.
Oh, my God.
So
What are servers in New York paid now?
now I think it's like a 10.
Okay.
They're getting closer and closer to minimum wage.
Okay.
So
That's good.
Yeah, it's great because like they counted for tips and it was a whole thing. But yeah,
And you're a server or hostess?
I am a bartender.
You're a bartender. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Good.
Oh yeah.
Wait, where do you bartend?
Down the street at Mayfield,
I
the
don't know
sister
that
restaurant
place.
of Chilo's.
Oh,
Man, they're getting a lot of publicity.
Yeah.
Everybody should go there. You do have to pay for your drinks, but you should.
When
go
do you
there.
bartend?
I bartend brunches right now, so I can have my
Good.
nights.
So you can do comedy.
So I can do comedy.
That's great.
But yeah, you should come and have a bloody
Bloody Maria.
bloody. Just come and get bloody. But yeah. An Aperol Spritz. Have you ever had one of those?
I think so, but I forgot.
Oh, they're
Wait, what's Aperol? I forgot.
Mwah.
It's the trendy alcohol.
Yeah, it's an orange liqueur.
Oh, right.
Yes, very.
Do you make
tasty.
a lot of stuff with elderflower?
Oh,
That's
I
like
used to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a trendy one.
That's a trendy one. Aperol's trendy. Montenegro and Fernet.
Oh,
very
yeah.
Fernet I can't stand.
What is Fernet?
It's like
I have Fernet.
Jägermeister.
Yes.
It's like an upscale Jägermeister.
Yes.
That and rum. If I sniff those, I'm like,
You're
I'm going to
sick.
throw up on your face.
Have you ever had, oh, man. What is never mind. I can't think of it. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. There's this disgusting alcohol that like is only in Chicago.
Oh, Malort.
Yes. Have you had Malort?
Oh, I have. Oh, my God. You know who's a big fan of Malort? Amy Shanker.
Really?
Very
Oh, that
funny
makes
comedian.
sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah,
She-
She lived in Chicago,
she lived in
and
Chicago.
she is a wild woman.
Yeah. Yes.
We all shared a house together at Limestone last
Oh,
year,
yeah.
and that was fun. That was very drunk. There was one night where I stayed in the hot tub,
Yeah.
and it was like I felt like I was like maybe a cameraman for a reality show, because it was just like you guys cycling out one by one,
Yeah.
and I was just like I stayed in that hot tub for like 7 hours
Yeah.
or something.
You were in that house or in that hot tub.
It was the best.
And it was a very dirty hot tub. I remember I got out of the hot tub and like the dirt that came.
No.
Oh yeah, girl, you were covered. You were covered in dirt, and you were just like, whatever. That's why we have showers. Blah, blah. It was so funny. But yeah, you were pruny.
Oh God,
AF,
I was
but
pruny and I was so drunk. That was the best.
That was a great night. That was so much fun, and we were up and like. Amy gave me Ritalin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'd never had it before.
What did it make you do?
It helped. I didn't take it that night, but I took it the next day when I had to drive home, and I stayed wide awake. I was like, "Oh, that's what I gotta
that's
get.
what you gotta get.
I gotta get some Ritalin for the drive
Ask
home."
Amy.
Ah, Amy.
You can't. Yeah, you just ask her through this
Amy!
microphone.
Sorry, bingo. I scared you. Oh my God. Yeah, that was a fun festival. Oh my God. But yeah, now we're going to Laughing Skull and
Women in Comedy.
Steph Tolov. I'm gonna get her to do this podcast. She is.
That's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a good house. We're gonna have a good.
Do you
time.
smoke pot?
Ooh, every once in a while.
I don't really, but now I've been trying to get more into it because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be on Lexapro, I have to like learn how to, and I'm starting to like it. I've been getting some pot brownies from some comedians, and it's great. It's nice, just a little bit, you know.
Yeah, just
makes
a
me
little
high
bit.
as fuck.
Yeah. My friend Jill Wiener has these things, weed beans. They're chocolate covered espresso beans.
That's awesome.
And they like get you really.
Did you have one?
Oh yeah, I was a dancing machine. Oh, it was so much fun. And then I ate a corn dog, and then I passed the fuck out. It was
and you
perfect.
didn't barf. That's
And
good.
I didn't barf. You just need one bean.
Everyone
One
at this
single
festival
bean.
that I was just at was on mushrooms, and people were barfing up mushrooms like crazy.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll just
skip.
I'll just skip this one.
I'll skip this
I'll
one.
just get fucked up at the next festival.
Yeah. I'll do a great job.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, this was great.
This was great.
You are so funny and wonderful, and your dog is a delight.
Oh, thanks for letting her
Bingo.
come by
Oh,
and
thank
hang and chat with us.
Always and forever. Oh my God! If you ever need a dog sitter, I'd happily take
yeah.
Bingo. Yeah. Make
All right.
Max's
What are you doing
day.
during Laughing Skull? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? Can we put you on a plane in a bag? That would be fun. Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for doing this.
Oh yeah.
You are like, I feel like poster child, good time gal.
Oh,
right here.
thanks. We have a lot
Welcome
in
to the
common.
club. Yes.
We're
Oh.
sporty gals with the same bedspread, and
Yeah.
we like to drink.
Very good at drinking. Very fun times.
Thank you for having me, Caitlin.
All right. Have a good one. Have a good one. Yeah.
Good time.